Hi everybody, Dr. Luc here, founder of the Whole Body Wellness Center and author of Health from Within. One of the things I really want to make sure you understand is that the way you feel and the way you function is a totally different story. A lot of my patients come in to see me on a regular basis and they start having this conversation with me about, hey, I think I'm feeling pretty good. And I often ask them, I say, so if you're feeling good, does that mean you have the full expression of optimal health? So let me ask you right now, just by looking at me, would you say I'm a healthy individual, yes or no? Now, most of you are answering yes right now, and the reason I know that is that I lecture quite a bit. Hundreds and hundreds of people have told me this. They always say, of course you look healthy. You've got great skin color, you look vibrant, energetic. But do you realize that I could have cancer right now and you wouldn't even know it? On average, cancer takes 5 to 8 years of growth before it's detected. Now, most of you don't realize that. So during that time frame, the 5 to 8 years that the cancer was growing, would you say that that individual is healthy or sick? Now, the answer is pretty obvious. Even though they couldn't feel it, they certainly weren't healthy. They were sick. Now, heart disease is another example. That's why they call it the silent killer. You could have heart disease developing, your arteries could be clogging up, and you have no idea what's about to come. Now, of course, what's about to come is a heart attack or a stroke. The scary reality of this is that most of us have been raised to think that if we feel fine, we must be healthy. When you're growing up, your parents say, hey, how do you feel this morning, kiddo? I feel great. Great, let's get you off to school. You wake up the next morning, you don't feel so good. Let's keep you at home today. You're not feeling well, you must be sick. And this goes on throughout our lives. How we feel is how we interpret our level of health. Terribly, terribly dangerous. Now, the healthiest people alive out there understand this concept very well. And that's why they're proactive as opposed to being reactive. Now, what I mean by proactive, that means making those right choices today so that you can prevent diseases down the road. Because after all, the choices we make on a day-to-day basis determine our health potential down the road, don't they? Now look at these staggering statistics. This year alone, approximately 500 Canadians a day are going to be diagnosed with cancer. 75,000 of them are going to die this year alone. 80% of this entire population is going to die prematurely because of a disease caused by or compounded by poor lifestyle choices. 80% of us are going to die from a disease that could have been entirely preventable. It's really sad when you think about these statistics, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very scary, very frightening that most of us are living that way. So the 3 things that the healthiest people do on a regular basis, they learn to eat well. So I encourage you to get out there and learn everything you can about nutrition. Learn about the foods you should be gravitating toward, and learn about the foods that you should be shying away from. Once you master this, your health's going to shift dramatically. Second thing, they move well. Exercise. I encourage you to be active. If we can be active at least 30 minutes a day on a regular basis, that would be phenomenal. Now, I know a lot of you out there don't have time to do this, or you say you don't have time to do it. At least 3 times a week. I want you to become active 3 times a week for 20 minutes. Again, life-changing. That'll lower your blood pressure. It'll give you more energy, more focus. And the long-term effects, your odds of developing all types of terminal diseases starts to diminish. And the third one is think well. You really, really have to understand that your thoughts affect your physiology. So if every one of you is functioning out there on a level where you hate your job, you hate doing things on a day-to-day basis, you can't stand your spouse, your children drive you nuts, these are things you really, really need to address. All kidding aside, you need to take this seriously. If things are bothering you on an emotional level, there's a connection internally that takes place. Your biochemistry shifts. And again, you set the stage for disease. So again, learn to eat well, move well, and think well, and your life's going to be dramatically different. If you like this video and you want to learn more strategies to enhance your health and vitality, I encourage you to go to our webpage where you can download a free report and discover the 10 secrets that the healthiest people alive understand. That report can be found at wholebody.ca. Just enter your name and email and we'll send it to you immediately. I look forward to meeting you someday, perhaps at one of our wellness retreats, one of our health and wellness seminars, or maybe even here at the Whole Body Wellness Center. Until then, choose to reclaim your power, revitalize your life, and recapture your health.